So you're still single right now? I think the most recent Vlad interview that I watched with you, I got the idea that you were in a relationship, so that's interesting. There's still some turmoil in that regard?
The ex-wife, that relationship that I was, off and on, that's dead.
Oh.
But I got something in the pot.
Right.
Yeah.
A real one always got something.
Yeah.
You know?
You never not have nothing in your stable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I pissed my girl off the other day because I said that. I said, no attractive woman is ever really 100% single.
Well, the great late Patrice O'Neal, one of the greatest comedians of all time, rest his soul, said, no woman wants a guy that he only got one girl he fucking. You know what I mean? Or at least has the ability to. Women need to know that you can fish.
Yeah. When they haven't been jealous for a long time,
they get comfortable.
Yeah.
They get comfortable.
Yeah.
You stop and think that, even with some of these dudes that got, major dollars and success, and the woman that's on his arm, he's taking care of and making sure she needs for nothing.
Right.
These women get comfortable. And it's like, bitch, do you forget that I'm like one of the top motherfuckers in whatever field this is?
Right.
I do shit that can change your life.
Right.
Like, nobody's saying you want somebody that's gonna kiss your ass, but recognize, yo.
What would you say is the overarching reason that your relationships don't work out at this point, though? Are you just too much of an individualist? It's hard for a girl to ride with it?
Sometimes. I'm selfish and, greedy at times, and, I'm vain, and I got flaws, man, and sometimes I wear my flaws in the open. But, listen, at the end of the day, I want what everybody wants: love and commitment and loyalty and, some real companionship. But this idea that I think it's crazy that, as good as pussy feels, you're only supposed to have one piece for the rest of your life,
right,
and nothing else.
Oh, so is cheating a big factor? You have a hard time with that?
But when I don't know if it's cheating, because, when I do what I do, I'm not necessarily committed at the moment. You know what I mean? But once I'm committed, I'm committed. Now, will I step outside of that and fuck up from time to time? Yeah, but that's why I'm going to buy you some Christian Louis Vuittons to say I'm sorry.
That works?
Absolutely it works. It can work if you know what you're doing.
Interesting.
Yeah, my apology game is a motherfucker.
I was on here one time on a live stream, and there was like a girl touching my leg and shit. And like fucking my girl, it was at home seeing it, and she got so fucking mad about it. And it was weird because this was like after we had the baby and everything, right? So my girl, her sex drive was like plummeted for a while. After you have the kid, you're not really thinking about sex or anything like that. And then she sees this girl touching my leg, and she gets fucking furious about it. And it was like the attraction was really rekindled between us in that moment as soon as she just had something to be jealous about.
But that's crazy that's what it takes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But without competition for a period of time. Throughout the whole time we're having the baby, I'm not going out to the club. I'm not giving her anything to be pissed off about. Right. And then she sees this one thing where she just sees a girl kind of flirting with me. And that is what triggered it in my brain. So I think that does kind of make sense.
Well,
if you're a guy and you want to keep a girl interested, you got to create a little bit of drama.
You're a very successful dude, man. And I think sometimes, I don't know what your financial situation is like, but I think sometimes, again, people get comfortable and they forget, like, to them, when you first met, of course, it's fireworks,
right,
and lust and love and all that crazy shit. But after a while, you just become that motherfucker walking around the house whose drawers she gotta clean the stains out of,
right?
And they forget that, motherfucker, you somebody.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And when you never leave the house with your girl, especially, then that really starts to kick in. And like,
why she laughing? Because of that? Was that?
I don't know. Why are they laughing?
Oh, okay.
They're teaming up on us over here.
All right. Was it the shit stains?
Little dialogue.
Right,
that's a very real possibility.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. No, yeah, but you ever done that where like you go out in public with your girl and you got to take 15 photos with people walking in the street,
right?
And then they clearly still don't think you're shit.
Yes.
And you're kind of like, well,
yes, that's what I'm talking about.
All these nerds are taking photos with me. How are you not seeing what they're seeing?
Right. But because they comfortable. You're not that anymore to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're a diamond in the rough to everybody else.
Yeah.
But to them, you just that motherfucker. It's insane, man.